Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? Playing some Hachiman today for the A through Z series, and we're against a Poseidon, and the question is going to be, does this guy go double defense or not? And by that, I mean, of course he's going to go double defense, why wouldn't he? They all do it. I mean, on one, I don't know, on one hand, I understand it, because Poseidon actually is a really squishy character. Like, he has a pretty low base HP and whatnot, and he does really well in extended engagements, you know, like long fights. So, I mean, I understand why they do it, but it's still frustrating to play against nonetheless. We're going to start the beads. We're going to start a wing shard, gooseberries, and whatever this thing's called, griffin wing earrings. Yeah, there we go. I play this game for a living, by the way. But, we should be, this is an interesting one, because this is a matchup I actually play a lot on stream, which is cool that I finally got a god that I play a lot. I mean, we've actually been getting pretty lucky. Like, some of the gods recently, besides a couple of guardians, have been pretty good. But Hachiman's a god I actually play on a daily basis, so no excuses here. I've been playing him a lot on stream recently. In fact, I was like 30-0 or something until I recently took an L. I took an L like yesterday, I believe. If you're wondering what I lost to as Hachiman, it was to a quadruple defense Freya Smurf account. Like, it was somebody under like a stupid name. That's a GM player. I know who it is. His name's Diego. He came to the chat. It's confirmed. Yada yada yada. Whatever. The point is I got stream sniped by a GM player, and he went 4 defense items on Freya. He went demonic, hastened. Those were his 2 damage items, and then contagion, midgard Freya, or contagion, midgard, breastplate, spectral. And yeah, he killed me in one combo, by the way. Like, he 2-1'd me, I horsed away, and he hastened after my horse and killed me with 1-2-1 combo with 4 defense items, so that was fun. But that was fun. I love playing against these tank mages, man. It's so fun. Hopefully this will be a better game. Can't imagine it can be worse. I'll be honest, I don't even know why I'm trying to contest that, if we're being real right now, because I don't think there's ever a world where I actually get it. I'm used to Poseidon starting their blue buff, to be honest. They usually start their blue, and I get the red for free, and then I can walk to my blue kind of thing. Okay, he actually... It's pretty smart by him. It was pretty smart. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. What I'm saying is he can probably contest this blue now. But honestly, more likely he'll just go to the small camp, I would say. No, he can't contest this. We're chilling. I overreacted a little bit. We're being chilling. Being chilling. Oh, also, one thing before this game starts to get too intense, assuming it does, hopefully. One thing I wanted to mention is that there were a few people. I mean, I was actually gonna say a lot of people were enraged, but like realistically it was only a few people, and they weren't enraged, they were just irritated or whatever about my comments in the other video about I made a comment about players being bad or something like that, and like it's okay to be bad, blah 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 or something. And I don't really understand what made everybody so mad about that, because pretty much all I said was that if that being bad at Duel is fine. There's nothing wrong with being bad at Duel. Like, there's literally, like, who cares about Duel, right? Like, I mean, if you care, then sure. I mean, like, what do other people care about you being good at Duel, right? So my point that I was trying to make, and maybe I'm not saying this super well, was just to say that your Duel ranking or how good or bad you are at Duel shouldn't bother you. Like, it shouldn't affect you. And then I made, like, another comment about like people implementing really cheesy strategies because they can't win, and yeah, I'm not gonna sorry, not sorry, I'm not gonna take that one back. That's truly just how I see it. That's my perspective. Most of the time, yeah, not always, there's always an outlier or whatever you want to call it. But oh yeah, he's just going straight into that. You know what, I'll just go in the crypt. Most of the time, people that are literally forced into PvEing all game long, or invading your blue buff, or, you know, like basically never fighting you and only winning with super PvE gameplay. Not always, of course not always, but most of the time the people that do that because they can't win otherwise. At least not consistently. They do that because that's how they win games, and that's fine. I think people have the right to PvE and do nothing but backdoor and stuff like that. I think that's totally fine. That's your right. It's a video game. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying that doesn't make you a good player. In fact, usually it suggests the opposite. That's all I said, you know? People got pretty upset. Or I should say one person got upset. Get Sticker, the PvE Mercury main, spamming me with paragraphs. Skill. It's nothing to do with cheese. Usually people cheese due to a lack of skill. They are correlated, whether you want to accept that or not. It's on you. I also just ended up oh. Okay. Okay. I probably should have just horsed that, to be honest. Him getting my beads is like pretty good for him. I mean, having my horse up right here is decent if I could do something with it, but I don't know if I can, to be honest with you. Like him out clearing me every single time is a little bit rough for me. I do have a lot of sustain with these potions though. And I still have my horsey. Ugh. Alright, we missed a couple autos here. Like 2 or 3. I think it was 2. But we did end up getting the pressure on the red. We ended up using our ult and our wing shard, but the wing shard I'm not really pressed about. Whatever. My ult being down is a little bit awkward, but no big deal. We get the red buff. It's too easy. Hopefully he doesn't go with Spectral first item. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't even be that big of a deal. Like, I'm pretty much accepting the fact that he's going to have Spectral no matter what. So, I mean, you might as well just get it now. Like, he's definitely going to go Spectral. They do about, like, 85... Like, Poseidons are just mages in general, but especially Poseidon. I'd say about 85% of the time they go double defense Spectral. Yep. Yepers. They can't help themselves, dude. They see one crit item. Literally, it's all it takes is one, because I typically only build one. Sometimes I'll build 2, but I usually only build 1. And they always go double defense. I need to be a little bit more careful than I am right here because my ult's down and my beads, and his ult is up. Because my beads are at that point where, like... What am I trying to say? Looking at my beads timer, I know when his Kraken is back up, obviously. And it normally would be fine because I would just have my ult. I have 2 ways out of the Kraken, but I don't. I don't have my ult, so we don't have 2 ways out of the Kraken. But I don't know if I even finished my thought earlier, but my point was I wasn't even trying to offend anyone, per se. I mean, maybe I was trying to offend the people that are literally only PvEers. Yeah, you guys suck. But, like, just saying that, like, if you're bad at the game, you know, so what? Like, I didn't really think that would offend anyone, truly. I thought, like... I mean, I guess it just depends, person to person, right? But... I don't know. I'm just saying, as a GM Duel player, I'm just telling you right now, being good at Duel doesn't really mean much of anything. It's just a gimmicky mode, man. So, like, well, that's not to say you shouldn't strive to be good at it. Like, if you find it fun, trying to be better at the game mode, then do it, man. I'm just saying, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, don't take it too seriously, man. Try to have fun if you can. Like, obviously, I don't practice that so much because, you know, if you guys have watched my stream, you guys have probably seen me rage. I don't rage too much on the YouTube channel, but on stream, I rage all the time, and maybe I do take it too seriously, but it's because I'm something I played for like a decade of my life, and I consider myself to be good at it, and other people consider me to be good at it, and they expect better from me, and they expect, like, every time I lose on stream, I get a comment, Jesse, I've never seen you lose before. Oh my god. Like, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it's my fault. Like, it's the pressure I put on myself, but the comments like that put so much pressure on me to perform, and I think that's a big part of why I rage. And that's a big part of why I don't rage on YouTube as much, because I don't see these comments or expect them to come through. Live, at least. But, yeah, man. Just don't take Duel too seriously. Just because you lost to someone doesn't mean they're a better player. It just means they are a better dueler. And who cares, right? But yeah. End of discussion. Because this game's actually... We're level 13 now. We're like in the mid-game now. But this Poseidon's playing pretty passive. And so am I, honestly. Because I'm so used to just getting owned by the Poseidon Trident early game. Oof. Also because I have been talking a little bit, to be honest. I probably could have played this a little bit more aggressive. But I'll tell you right now, it doesn't really matter. Poseidon is a very good camping character. And I've gotten an early Phoenix against, like, in this specific matchup, I've gotten an early Phoenix plenty of times. and it doesn't usually result in a win. If anything, it just results in me getting my farm zoned, like my fire minions kill his minions up here, and I get less gold, etc. So this is what I'm trying to say, is this is a late game matchup that's probably going to be decided late game, regardless of how it's played in the early, unless they're just a bad player, in which case you could snowball them really hard. But if this guy's pretty good, I mean, he had a level 160 border, and he hasn't inted yet, so I mean, that leads me to believe that he knows how to press his buttons at least a little bit, right? Oh, but yeah, I don't even know if I finished it though. I was gonna say, so to round it off, to explain what I was talking about, like, I don't know, I was not trying to offend people that think that they're bad at the game. I was actually trying to do the opposite of that. And as far as the people who PvE and then type paragraphs into my comment section complaining about how they're skillful because they PvE, or they're not skillful because they PvE, yeah, cry me a river, I don't care. I do not care. Like, if you are offended because I said you're bad because you only PvE, good. Don't watch my channel. Like, good, I don't want that viewer. He kind of arrived a little bit late there, huh? Dude, he's just straight booking it immediately. He doesn't want to fight me at all. By the way, the reason why I delayed my defense is because I really did not want to buy Shoguns, which is like the only other alternative in my opinion. And I really didn't want Shoguns, and he wasn't building Lifesteal yet. So I was basically waiting to see if he would build Lifesteal so I can get Pestilence. That's why I delayed it, by the way. I didn't explain that. Surprised he didn't Kraken right there. Alright. Okay. He messed up his Kraken, but truth be told, even if he didn't mess up that Kraken, he would have died to me either way, because I still have my beads and I still have my wing shard. Like, we're perfectly fine there. I don't even remember if I landed the stun on him or not, but either way, that guy is toast, man. Hachiman's so fun to play. I love this character. I genuinely do love this character. And I'm not really much of a hunter player, truth be told. I don't play hunters very often. But Hachiman is a fun one. Hachiman. That's why I was a bit excited for this one. I don't know if I sound excited, because I am a little bit tired, I'll admit. Like, I did wake up, you know, at standard drill. I did wake up pretty recently. I haven't been awake that long. Right. I don't know if his Kraken's back up or not. He does have a Chronos pendant. Did he just lose his Phoenix by chasing me like that? Please tell me he did. Wow. Wow. That is cringe. A Poseidon player who doesn't want to clear the wave. Interesting. I actually respect his build so far, though. Like, I'm not saying it's good, especially this Demonic Grip. I don't know why he has that. But I respect the build in the sense of he went anti-crit because he already had some cooldown, and I have crit. I mean, that makes sense, you know, whatever. But he hasn't went double defense yet, and maybe I just haven't given him the opportunity yet, you know? Maybe he's wanting that 5th or 6th item double defense, but he just got the Spectral because he thinks crit is too good, and then hasn't gotten any other defense, which I respect, because sometimes when I end up going double defense with a Spectral, I tell my chat, I'm like, okay, I'm double defense right now because I need the Spectral. But like, if the game goes on, I'm going to sell my breastplate for a Chronos pendant and just have the Spectral as my single defense item. Like, that's what I do very often, and that's literally what this guy's doing, except he didn't buy breastplate to begin with and sell it for, you know, something else. So I respect the single defense Spectral build. Ooh, you might want to be careful, bro. I got the sprint now. This game could be over in an instant. Okay, we kind of missed a few autos there. It's good, we got him, no problem. Dude, like, I'm gonna be honest, I think I just want one more fight. Like, I've talked about this on the channel before, about asking you guys if I should do stuff like this, and the general consensus is no. But I don't think this is bad, though, truthfully. I don't think this specific situation is bad, because the reason why you guys didn't want me to troll and give them a bunch more fights and stuff, or, well, some of you guys anyways, is because yeah, let's get this. Is because it changes the way the game is, like how you're supposed to play it. And this doesn't change anything because you guys know, obviously, what would you guys do in that situation? What should I have done in that situation? Well, you kill the Titan because the Poseidon's dead in 30 seconds. You guys know exactly what to do there. There's no teaching moment, right? So this is me just giving you guys a little bit of extra content, just giving you one extra fight because, truth be told, we've only had 2 fights in this entire game. So this is just an extended version. This game should have been over at 14 minutes, 13 minutes, whatever it was, but this is the extended cut. And hopefully it doesn't take too long. Because I kind of did that with the assumption that I was just going to kill him again. Alright, we got our ult here. And there you go. Alright, now we'll end the game. Now we'll end the game. He wanted to try to kill me with that hastened ring spike. He was moving pretty fast, man. I didn't have any relics. But he's just not placing his Krakens correctly. Although one thing I will say is his Kraken placement kind of doesn't matter. Actually, that's not true. My beads were down and my ult just came up. So if he Kraken correctly, it might have been a little bit different. I'm not sure whether he would have killed me or not, but he might have gotten away. I'm not sure. But regardless, what I will say is this matchup did look like a steamroll from my perspective, like it was easy for me. This matchup's actually not that easy. Like I think it can go either way, don't get me wrong, but I think the main reason why you're seeing me snowball this guy really hard is because, well, truthfully, I don't think Aegis is good, so that's one bad relic, right? Normally they have double defense, so he's way squishier than he's used to. Normally they're ahead. I'd say. All right, I'm not going to talk anymore because obviously I'm talking to you guys. I'm doing a video, but I figured I'd just insert some stuff real quick for him. Actually, wait, Berserkers. There you go. Anyways, but yeah, normally they go double defense and they're not 2 levels behind and they have a better relic. And also they play around their trident a bit better. I'm a double defense hater. Too boring. True. Yeah, I'll consider true. Why not? But, yeah, well, my point is this matchup can be a lot harder. He just kind of built wrong and played wrong a little bit. But what I will say about playing wrong, I mean, yeah, the Krakens were off a little bit. But what I mean by playing wrong is I feel like he just didn't play around his trident as much. There are times where you can just 100 to 0 somebody. Like, even though he's 30% health and I'm 80% health, he can, if I'm in melee distance and I have no abilities up, there are times, especially with double defense and Berserker's Shield, where you can just press 2 and stand your ground and auto them to death, like 100 to 0 almost, because Berserker's Shield gives you more attack speed, and the attack speed on the passive gives you even more attack speed, which allows you to make clutch plays like that, especially if you're going to go like a Bancrofts, because Bancrofts kind of plays the same way, where it's like you love to fight when you're low HP. So, oh, GG. But yeah, he could have built a lot differently and made this a lot harder. But it is also to show that Hachiman's good, man. Like, you guys see me slicing him up, dude. You guys saw the damage. My crits were still hitting fairly decently, even though he had Spectral. And as far as the build goes, I would build these items on Hachiman pretty much every game. You can change the order of which you build them if you want. The order is up to you. But most games, I would build this exact build. Last item being like a Deathbringer if I needed anti-heal, which in this build we have a Pestilence, so we don't really need it. So I might have went like a Boomerang or an Oboe to end the game, I'm not sure. But probably like a Boomerang, just for more crit in general, because we don't really need the anti-heal, and I think Boomerang's pretty comparable to Deathbringer unless you're talking about the glyph. Now, if you didn't need anti-heal, I would have went Shoguns, in which case that's going to be a lot of attack speed. So you might even want a Silver Branch over a Dominance. I don't know. I haven't tested the numbers on that, but it's potential. And if you're against a physical, you just go Berserker Shield, like pretty much every single game, I would say. And I would build this every game. I used to build Failnaught a little bit, but Failnaught kind of got nerfed and it doesn't have the debuffed like damage reduction on the ult anymore, or on the proc anymore. But it's still good. Failnaught's still fine. But my point is these 5 items, like the defense is different, of course, because you can build a different defensive item depending on the match. But like, okay, these 4 items and a defensive item should be core in every single build, with the exception of, I don't know, maybe you could go Silver Branch over Dominance. But I build these items pretty much every single game. I love to go crit second item, by the way. I think it's a lot of fun, but it does make them go spectral earlier, typically. And also it's less safe than an Aussie. An Aussie, of course, gives you, you're less RNG dependent, and also you have lifesteal, right? So if you that fits your playstyle a little bit more, go Aussie second, defense third, Demon Blade fourth, you know, or dominance fourth, and then Demon Blade fifth. It's entirely up to you on what you want to do. But yeah, I appreciate you guys clicking the video and watching. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope that my ranting, or well, I don't know if it was ranting, my storytelling, whatever, wasn't too cringe, and I hope I didn't offend anybody with this one, because truth be told, my intention was not to offend anybody. I mean, I guess it is now. PvE players, lol, backdooring Andes, but you know, just as far as good or bad players, like, you know, like I wasn't trying to offend anybody, so I hope that I didn't do it this video, but I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.